This video is a collection of some of the birds treated and released by the Delaware Valley Raptor Center over the past year. It includes some poor images and some even with no birds. However poor or short or lacking, we figured they were worth seeing. Look closely at the edge of this tree and see the mark where the chainsaw just barely passed above these baby screech owl heads. 3 of the 4 were released, 1 had an eye injury, and ultimately was placed for education with another licensed facility. Listen and you'll hear this baby barred owl that came in with the broken wing vocalize on its introduction to its foster mom. It was released at a site where the property owners had been observing a barred owl family nightly. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I have them hanging out there too.
This downy turkey vulture was found in the middle of a campground, weak and dehydrated. You'll hear a low rumble and then a hiss, the sounds turkey vultures are able to utter without vocal cords.
Here comes one off to the side here, flying in. Oh, he's experienced fire.
He was released at a known roosting site of turkey vultures.
There's two of them like topping each other.
You can't see it, but the trees are filled with turkey vultures. This baby broadwing was found next to its dead sibling at a campground and was ultimately released.
Okie doke.
This immature redtail was originally found concussed, in shock, and with a broken wing. This great horned owl was found with injuries to its feet and was emaciated.
Okay, so whenever you're ready.
This redtail had a broken leg. This screech owl had suffered head trauma. This young redtail had a broken wing. This immature peregrine was found with a bruised and swollen wing, as well as having the tip of its beak broken off. My husband saw this immature redtail sitting on a guardrail, woozy and completely approachable, after being hit by a car in all likelihood. One of this year's orphans, a handsome male kestrel, was released whether or not he thought he was ready. Take a look around. You can go. The storm in May that saw tornadoes in New York brought in 4 bald eaglets that came from 3 damaged nests. There's nothing wrong with this eaglet. This was just how he liked to hang out. 2 of the eaglets were uninjured and were released in June near the nest site of one of those 2 released eaglets. You can hear an adult calling.
right?
This bird had flown over and landed right above one of the chicks that we had just released. And that bird was quite possibly a parent of that chick. The other two eaglets underwent surgery, one for multiple wing fractures, and the bird was unreleasable. The fourth started out with a fractured leg and complications from that, and looked like this eventually. Like this. And then like this. This particular eaglet refused to eat for itself, and Bill had to cut up food and force feed it for a long time, much longer than the other babies. But eventually, he finally started eating on his own, which also, eating big fish, acted as physical therapy for his leg. Eventually, he looked like this. And ultimately, like this.
I must be traveling home now. There's places I've gotta see, 'cause I'm as free as a bird now, and this bird you can't change.